Right, well, I've come to Colindale Metropolitan Police Station. I know a couple of auditors have already been here. So, first time for me. Really nice and neat station. Very well kept, very clean. Really nicely done. I'm doing a public interest video. Are you a police officer?
I don't know, what public interest is...
Are you a police officer or not?
Well, it depends what you're asking
Well,
me.
you can't depend. I mean, you either are or you ain't.
Well, I might be, I might not be.
Well, if you are or you're not, so you don't want to identify yourself as a police officer. Fair enough. Why ask me if you can help me then? Anyway. Yeah, but is it? It's not illegal to film the police.
Of course it's not.
It's not unlawful either, is it?
Why not?
And you don't want to tell me whether you're a police officer or not. Yeah, but you're not telling me whether you're a police officer or not, so I don't know how you could help me even if I wanted help. It's not a very good way to identify yourself. And that's my first interaction. Wow. So as I was saying, it's really nicely kept. It's small outside. Looks kind of like a ship, some sort of ship going on. It's in a residential sort of area, but overlooks the police station, so you know, this is where it kind of gets confusing when you get the police sort of talking about filming the station and stuff when they are right next to residential areas. It's kind of you know, strange, as they would say. Anyway, I'll pick this up in a second. Yeah, just checking out Officer 101. It's got a custody button, so it's got to have a custody suite in there. We'll look at the front desk. Oh, there's people in there, so I won't be going in there and filming. I'll just chill out here for a while. Vehicle coming in. All the tail lights are all in order. Could do with a bit of a clean, but obviously it's a working car, so no issues with that. Done exactly what you're supposed to do. Drive in a little bit, wait till the gates close, and then go and park up. I'll pick this up in a second. like a roadblock. Again, done the right thing. Wait for the gates to close. And then drives off. Fine. The reason I started filming that guy walked past me and said something, carried on walking. I'll pick this up in a second. Yeah, so this is Colindale. They've already had a couple of audits, and they seem to be pretty well clued up about the auditors coming down here and stuff. It seems like they're driving off. But if you do like my content, please comment, like, share and subscribe. It's all good, it's all good, you know. But it's new year, new content. But this station just seems to be pretty good at the moment. Everybody's just passing by. Nobody's really stopping to interact with me. I think that's as they say, mint. Pick this up in a second.
someone? Are you waiting for someone?
No, I'm not waiting for somebody.
Are you filming?
Are you filming?
Yeah.
So why didn't you tell me?
I don't know, you seem to be
Why didn't you
looking
tell
at
me
all
that
the
you're filming?
cars.
Why didn't you tell me you're filming?
I'm not happy with you looking at all the cars coming in.
And what?
Filming.
Hold on. Before you start, are you filming?
Are you filming?
Oh, do you know what? We're not going to have a conversation because you're not. Are you filming? You're supposed to identify.
I'm not.
Identify.
Are you filming?
Identify yourself.
You're outside.
Identify
police
yourself.
station,
Identify
taking
yourself.
registrations.
Where's your designation number?
I'm not happy about that at all.
Where's your designation number?
I'm not happy about that at all.
Where's your designation number?
I'm not
Card.
happy about
Where's
you
your designation card? Excuse me, officer. Officer.
I'm not happy.
Are you going to identify yourself?
Are you going to identify
Yes
yourself?
or no? Do I have
Are you
to?
going to identify yourself?
Do I have to?
Yeah, because I'm not happy.
No, do I have to?
Yeah, you do.
Why? Tell me
Because you're
why.
outside the police building.
No, tell me why do I have to? No, tell me why I have to identify myself.
Because you're looking at all the vehicles going
Tell
out.
me
I'm not happy
why
about it.
I have to. Is this
So-
public place?
Huh?
Is this a public place?
Why are you filming
Is this a
vehicles?
public place?
Why are you taking photos
Is
for?
this a public place?
Why are you taking photos
Are you
for?
going to answer me? Is this
You're
a pub-
aware it's a police station?
Are you aware that this is a public place?
Okay. Pointless speaking to you.
Yeah, do you know something? You're very argumentative, and I think actually you just gave this station a foul. PCSO, where is your designation card? Oh, so you're one of them rogue PCSOs, yeah? You're very rogue. You think that you can just tell people and try to bully people because you've got a uniform on. Is that the case? Huh? Now I'm filming.
Hello, Todd.
Now I am filming.
Todd?
Okay, so I hope you've got your camera on.
Yeah, I've got someone filming me downstairs and filming vehicles, taking photos. I'm not happy. He's refusing to ask us. Sorry? Okay. Alright then.
Yeah.
Alright, lovely.
Okay. All right then. Lovely. And
Yeah.
Sarge, she's not
Okay.
identifying herself.
Yeah, okay then. Yeah, thank
What's
you.
that? Walk of shame, yeah? Going back inside, yeah? Because you don't know your job. You don't know what you're doing. Are you supposed to be out on the
what are you
street?
doing?
Are you supposed to be out on the street? You haven't identified yourself. You're rogue. You're a bully. That's not how PCSOs are supposed to be. Get retrained. Walk of shame. Now that has really shown the police in their real true colours. Yeah, that's what they do. They try to bully members of the public because they've got a uniform on. It's not how it goes. It's not how it goes. Why are you filming me? Why are you filming me? Is there a reason? Is there a reason why you're filming me? Is there a reason why you're filming me? Why are you filming me? Is there a problem? Yeah, there is a problem. What's the problem? Your other PCSO doesn't want to identify herself. Go and get her, tell her to come outside and identify herself with her designation card. That's the problem. That's why I'm filming you. Would you like to go and do that for me, please? So she can identify herself. Yeah, you asked me if there's a problem. Please, officer, sort it out. Would you go and do that for me?
What's that?
Go and find that other PCSO and go and tell her to go and come out and identify herself.
Why she got to identify herself?
Because she's rude.
She's rude? Why
Yeah,
is she
can you
rude?
identify yourself? Or are you going to go against your oath?
Why have I
Come on
got to
then, ask me,
why have I
are
got
you
to
going to
identify
identify yourself?
Why have I got to identify myself?
Because you're a police officer, PCSO, community support, and you're supposed to identify yourself when a member of public asks you, and that is showing your designation card as well. Or are you going to go rogue and not bother? Because this is why you're asking me if you could help me, and I'm telling you what I want, and you're walking off, right? So you're not abiding by any oath, yeah? So what's the point of you even coming out and asking me anything? Huh? That's why I didn't bother say nothing to you in the beginning, because I knew it would be pointless, because you're not going to do anything, you're just going to walk up and down. Off you go then. Terrible, absolutely terrible. 2 PCSOs failing to identify themselves. Terrible. So this is Colindale. And actually it was alright to begin with, and now they've just really shown their true colours. I'll pick this up in a second.
You have a permit?
Ah, that's the one that was down in Hendon. That's PC Bully Boy from Hendon. Are you going to go and find that that PCSO for me, please? Nah? Didn't think so. Went for a long walk. Terrible.
Right there. Can I help you?
No, you can't help me.
What are you filming outside the police station for?
Public interest.
What public interest?
Can you identify yourself?
Yeah, PC Greenfield, Colindale Police Station. Can I help you?
What's your number?
It's on my shoulders.
Is that how you would identify in front of a judge?
So,
Is that how you would identify? It's on my shoulder. What's your number?
it's clearly represented on my
No,
shoulders.
well, how do you know that I can
I'm
see? How
asking
do you
you
know
what
that
you're
I'm
up
not
to.
visually impaired? What's your number?
Well, you're not, you're in to listen to me and answering me.
Visually, not audially. Why do these police officers do this? Why are they so like up themselves?
That's very short. He's asked me for my number and everything like
Yeah, of course I'm asking you for your number. Identify yourself. First thing that they come along, can they help me? When I say no, they then ask, why am I filming? Well, I don't need no help. Why are you asking me double questions? And then, when I tell them to identify themselves, they don't. They're rogue. See, this is where the inconsistency comes in. Got 2 officers going in, well, 2 officers coming out. These guys are not saying nothing. And then you've got other officers running up and down, what you're doing, what you're filming. Strange. Pick this up in a second. If you do like my channel, you can comment, like, share and subscribe. Be good. So this is Metropolitan Police Colindale. So, got everybody coming out now.
Hello.
Hello.
Can we talk? Can we talk?
Well, identify yourselves first.
Right, I'm PCO from Colindale Police Station,
Number.
3169.
Okay, you are.
PC Taylor from Colindale Police Station, 2716.
PC Johnson, Colindale, 2727.
PC McLanders, Colindale, 2729.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
What can we do for you?
not a lot actually. Well, you can. You can find the 2 PCSOs who didn't identify themselves and tell them to come out and identify themselves for me.
The 2 PCSOs. Okay.
Yeah.
What was your interaction with them?
Okay, so you asked me, can you help, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I just said. You can find the 2 PCSOs and tell them to come out and identify themselves.
What if they say no?
Well, they're going against their code, their oath, aren't they? And they're supposed to. So it's not what if they say no. What are you going to do if they do say no?
The only thing is, if I try and look for them, and I can't find them,
Yeah?
what happens then?
You tell me. You tell me. You identified yourself. Are they?
Speak to them.
Hold on. So I'm going to start this again. Are they supposed to be identifying themselves? Sorry?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the end of the subject, isn't it? If they're supposed to, and I'm asking you to go and find them, that's what I would like you to do. If you want to help me.
Can you describe them for me?
Are you guys filming?
Hey? I'm not, because my camera's on a battery, but everyone else is, so...
Okay. So aren't you supposed to tell me that you're filming?
Yeah, but you asked me a question first, and you were
Aren't you supposed to tell me that you're filming at the first opportunity?
Describe what
Aren't you supposed to tell me that you're filming at the first opportunity? All 3 of yous.
You asked us a question first.
No, I didn't ask you nothing. You come up to me and ask me if you can help me. But anyway, aren't you supposed to tell me that you're filming?
Yes, so I am filming, alright, it's for my safety and yours.
Okay.
You've heard what my colleagues had to say, it's the same reasoning.
Absolutely.
Okay, so one person speaks for everybody, yeah? This is why I don't have conversations with you guys, because it's pointless. You're all supposed to be individual people, all supposed to be individual police officers, yeah? And you're letting one person talk and then say, oh, well, what they said. This is why I'm out here. I'm out here doing a public interest film. I'm on public land, which I'm lawfully able to do.
Yes, you are.
Okay,
No
so
one's disputing
that is the whole of the whole subject. And your 2 PCSOs didn't identify themselves, so I'm asking you to go and find them so they can come and identify themselves to me like they should have done in the very beginning. So that's the be all and the end all for me. Don't know about for you guys.
Yeah, so we're happy to do that, but some context to the situation. We don't know who it was. If there's any context, what was said, what did they look like, that would help us.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of police officers in the building, a lot of PCSOs in the building. It might be hard for us to identify exactly which of the 2 ones were out here speaking to you.
Okay. We'll go inside and ask them. Go inside and ask who had
Exactly
contact.
would you like us to ask, sir? We're asking you for a description of them, so we can find them.
Okay, one was a lady, oldish. The other one was a bloke, oldish.
Okay, so you could describe...
Well, put it this way. It's pointless anyway. Right, I'm out here doing a public interest film. That's it. I mean, I don't know what you guys want. Yeah, it is as simple as that. But you got PCSOs and you got police officers who are failing to identify themselves. Yeah, because they're trying to be something that they're not. In other words, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just here on public land, lawfully filming, yeah? And you guys, as in you police officers, yeah? Not you 4 personally, but if you interact with me, because I don't interact with anybody unless somebody speaks to me, and if they speak to me, I ask them to identify themselves. And the ones that don't identify themselves, that's why I'm out here longer, because I think that that's an abuse of power. Yeah, so I stay here to try to see if they come out, so I can get them to identify themselves, or I'll ask a policeman or lady, or however you say it these days, to get them so they can come and identify themselves and rectify their abuse of power. It's as simple as that. I mean, you guys are either showing yourselves in a good light to the members of the public, or you're showing yourselves in a bad light. And actually, Colindale was doing a really good job when I first come. People was chilling, they wasn't bothering me, and then all of a sudden, a couple of the police officers and the PCSOs kind of let your station down. So then I decided that I'm going to stay here slightly longer, because I want to see if they come out so they can actually identify themselves. And then I've got one lady just here. Okay, so let me just say to you, I don't always film. My camera's not on 24/7, so I turn it on and off. And if it's off and somebody engages me and says to me, why am I filming? Yeah, I then switch it on and start filming them. Yeah, so there was a lady just there in a black car. She drove up there, got out of her car wildly and started saying to me, who am I, why am I filming, and all this kind of... I mean, there's no need for that, because it's not... I try to not film members of the public. I don't have to film cars that are not necessarily marked police cars, and I prefer to film police officers in the course of their duty, which is what the public interest is all about.
Have you considered it from her point of view though? Because I don't think that was a unmarked police car. I think that was her own personal car.
Yep.
So rightly so, she would be a bit nervous, thinking, why is someone filming me driving my personal vehicle?
But I'm not filming. I wouldn't be filming her. If I was filming...
That she was being filmed. That's why she came out to talk to you.
No, but the thing about it is, I'm able to film, first and foremost, right? Okay, so if I'm able to film, it doesn't matter what she thinks, first and foremost. I'm not being disrespectful, but if I'm able...
You can understand it from her
No, but
point of view.
you're not going to let me finish. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
So if I'm able to film, regardless of whether she doesn't want me to or how she feels, I'm able to film, first and foremost, yeah? Secondly, if she wants to engage with me, then engage with me in a different way, because I wasn't filming, yeah? So therefore, if she wanted to engage with me and find out if I was filming her, then she should engage with me in a different manner. That's the thing that I'm trying to say. Everybody's looking over there like I'm doing so. But anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. If I'm able to film, she shouldn't need to be taking this up with me. You need to be taking this up with Parliament, yeah? Because there's no law to actually stop me from filming. So regardless of how she feels, I'm not being disrespectful. I'm lawfully able.
What if she felt harassed?
How can she feel harassed if I'm lawfully able to do something? Don't use words. Listen. Don't try to use words. Otherwise, I'll stop this conversation. Don't try to use words.
I didn't say you were committing an offence of harassment.
Well, I wasn't committing an offence, but that's the point. It doesn't matter. She's driving past people with cameras all day long. Yeah, it doesn't matter. She can't feel harassed because I'm lawfully able to film in a public place.
You may have been filming.
Anyway, we're going to stop
Driving a
this,
private vehicle.
right? Because I don't like people surrounding me.
So we've got to just let Frank all that stuff.
That's fair enough, sir. You can carry on filming. You're well within your right.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that. I'm trying to explain to you, and I hear what you're saying, young man. Yeah, but the thing about it is, if you're lawfully doing something, somebody can't turn around and say, oh, because I'm legally able to do it. So regardless, if she stops because she feels she's a police officer. That's the reason why she stopped. Okay, because that's how she came at me. Yeah, if she would have come at me differently, like I said, we would have had a conversation. But don't turn around and tell me that I'm a police officer and that's the be all and the end all, because it doesn't go like that. I'm not doing anything wrong, so therefore I don't want to hear her turn around and say to me what she is, yeah, because she feels that I'm going to be like, oh, because I'm lawfully able to do what I'm doing, yeah. That's why I'm coming at you and saying that in that way, yeah. But I do take on board what you're saying, but therefore you should take on board what I'm saying as well. So this is the whole interaction, yeah. As I said, you guys have been quite good in your interaction. I'm going to make a move now because I've been here a little while now, and I really wanted that PCSO to come back out so they could identify themselves.
What time did you speak to the PCSOs? It's just to let you know. It could
Well,
be hours.
no, within the last hour. I'm a public interest person, and probably this will go online at some point, and they'll see themselves and their own interaction. So it's not going to be rocket science. I know it is because obviously I'm filming, yeah, and so therefore they will show themselves up. I can't show them up. I didn't have an interaction with them. As I said, I stood here, I filmed, and then all of a sudden they're saying to me, what are you filming for? But I'm legally and lawfully able to film. That's not how you have an interaction with anybody, a member of the public. You know, hello, good morning, good afternoon.
Just out of interest, what purpose was it that you're doing? Just out of interest.
Yeah, it's public interest. It's public interest. People like to see the police in their duty, performing their roles and stuff. So that's what it is.
Well, carry on. Your hand must be freezing though.
Yeah. I'm making a move now. I'm going to make a move. I'm making a move now. I'm fine with this interaction. Thank you very much. Can I ask you to identify yourself? What's this lady come along and can I ask you to identify yourself?
I'm a police officer.
You get what I'm saying? This is why you guys have heard it first time. Say that again?
This is my bad.
Is that how you would identify to a judge?
PC Granger.
Is that how you would identify to a judge?
1280.
Thank you very much. This is exactly why I film. I'm a police officer. Don't be, this is why I film. That is what you shouldn't be doing. Yeah? You shouldn't be telling somebody I'm a police officer. Come on. We've just had a really great interaction and this lady turns around and says I'm a police officer. That's not the right way to do it. You can't defend it. You guys should actually be saying something to this lady. You should be saying to her, hold on a second, that's not how you identify yourself, blah, blah, blah. Yeah? And I'm not being rude in saying that, because that's not how you identify yourself. You identify yourself properly with your number and with your...
But you can see my number.
I can't. Who said I can? How do you know that I can do it? How do you know?
Okay, so...
No, how do you know? How do you know?
Because it's on
No,
the shoulder.
how do you know
Okay,
that?
fair enough. You made a point.
Right, so next time identify yourself properly. I want to get this car going. Thank you very much. That's my interaction. Yeah. Cheers.
Sir,
Have a good one. Yeah. All right then. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to you.
I know.
Right. I'm seriously just saying. Yeah. So this is Colindale Police Station. If you do like my content, comment, like, share, subscribe. Anyway, I'm out of here. I hope to see you again. Oh, they're all coming out, going to drive off.
see you later.
All right then, cheers. They're probably even waiting. Wow, look, they're all coming off the coach. I don't know where they've all been. We're walking through everyone. Oh, mind yourself. Last one in, close the gate behind you. They don't want to go anywhere, they want me to go. Interesting.